Whiskey 2, Quebec, Juliet.
Quebec Juliet, Roger. And what's the name there?
Quebec Juliet, Roger. And what's the name there? Name is Dean, Delta Echo Alpha November, QSL.
Roger, Dean. And whereabouts are you located, sir?
Roger, Dean. And whereabouts are you located, sir? I am located here in southern New Jersey, QSL.
Roger, Dean. And what radio are you running today?
Roger, Dean. And what radio are you running today? I am running a FLEX-6400 with a PR781 microphone, QSL.
Roger, Roger, Dean. All right, if you'd be interested, you sound like you might be hot into your ALC, but let's check a couple of things before we do that. We're looking for you to be in the wide pass band, 100 to 2900, Roger.
Wide pass band, 100 to 2900, Roger. Roger, Roger. Right now I am set at 50 to 3000.
Roger, if you would, see, what happens is when you do that, you have a tendency of knocking on other people's doors, and then they come looking for you with pitchforks. So we do recommend 100 to 2900. That gives you just a little bit of grace before you are into somebody else's front yard, Roger?
Grace before you are into somebody else's front yard, Roger? Oh, Roger, Roger. Okay, it is now changed to 100 to 2900, QSL.
Absolutely great, Dean. Now I want you to go to your compressor, and we suggest compressor on at a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100. If we're just looking for about a third of that compressor, something that you'll never hear on the air, 3 out of 10, 30 out of 100, Roger?
We're here on the air, 3 out of 10, 30 out of 100, Roger? Roger, Roger. On my processor, it's normal DX or DX Plus, so I turned it, right now it's on processor on normal. QSL?
Yes, sir. Perfect, perfect. All right, now go to your ALC with mic gain in hand, and as you say the magic word audio, and I want you to stretch the first of that word out, audio, you become a human signal generator, and I want you to adjust your mic gain until your ALC is running 2/3.
Your mic gain until your ALC is running 2/3. I don't have an ALC on this thing.
Are you sure?
Are you sure? Yeah, I got, there's no, not that I can see at least, let me put it to you that way. I have a compression meter, I got a level meter, and SWR and power out.
Okay, so your level meter, when you say audio, adjust it to where you're at 100%, Roger?
When you say audio, adjust it to where you're at 100%, Roger? Oh, Roger, Roger. Let's see. Audio. That should be about 100% right there.
Yes, some lovely person is tuning up on the frequency. It's not polite to tune up on a frequency that's in service. Please do not tune up on an active frequency. And Dean, did you get that adjustment there?
Dean, did you get that adjustment there?
Do not tune up on an active frequency. It's not pleasant, nice. It's not even good ham radio. Please take it 5 up or 5 down.
Good ham radio. Please take it 5 up or 5 down. All right, right back at you here.
Alrighty, Dean, you still there?
Alrighty, Dean, you still there? Oh, Roger, Roger. Any copy?
Yes, sir. Fine copy. Okay, so you've got your mod set to 100%, Roger, with your audio human test tone?
Roger, with your audio human test tone? I believe I'm pretty close to it right now, Roger.
Yes, sir. Okay, I want you to move to your tone control EQ page.
Move to your tone control EQ page. Okay.
Alrighty, and what kind of an equalizer do you have, sir?
Alrighty, and what kind of an equalizer do you have, sir?
I have an 8-band equalizer.
Alrighty, what we want to do is we want to flat everything from 400 cycles to 1.6K. Everything from 400 cycles to 1.6K, we want those to be plus or minus 0, flat. Roger?
We want those to be plus or minus 0, flat. Roger?
Okay, so all the high end is flat. Roger?
Only till 1.6K, and we're going to work on the top end after that, but flat 1.6 down to 400 cycles.
But flat 1.6 down to 400 cycles.
Okay, I have set everything flat, so I guess that'll be a great place to start. Everything is flat right now.
All right, sir. Do you have, can you change frequency? Do you have manual frequency select? Like, can you give me a 2.7K?
Frequency select? Like, can you give me a 2.7K?
A tone at 2.7?
2.7K, roger, roger.
2.7K, roger, roger.
Yeah, I can bump up 2K. It goes 8, 4, 2, 1, 500, 200, 125, 63. Roger.
Yes, sir. Okay, we're just looking for that top end where you can give me a 2.7K frequency of 2.7K. Roger.
7K frequency of 2.7K. Roger.
Okay, how far up do you want me to go? All the way up?
No, I'm looking for the first off the equalizer where you can dial up 2.7K. Roger, roger.
The equalizer where you can dial up 2.7K. Roger, roger.
Yeah, I can. I have a 2K and a 4K. I can just turn it up or down.
Okay, so you don't have a selectable frequency that you can give me an actual 2.7K. Roger.
Frequency that you can give me an actual 2.7K. Roger.
No, I don't believe so.
All right, so take 2K plus 2 clicks up, 2K plus 2 from where you are, plus 2 clicks up on 2K, roger, roger.
Plus 2 clicks up on 2K, roger, roger.
Roger, roger. This is 2K, 2 clicks up.
All right, and then I want you to go 4 clicks boost at 4K. 4 clicks boost at 4K, roger.
4K. 4 clicks boost at 4K, roger.
Roger, roger. That is, right now we are 2 clicks up on 2K and 4 clicks on 4K. QSL?
All right, I want it a little bit brighter, so add 2 more to that 4K. So you're up at 6. You're plus 6 at 4K, roger.
At 6. You're plus 6 at 4K, roger.
Roger, roger. Right here is 6 clicks on 4K. QSL?
Yes, sir. Now, it's really important that you stay on mic, on access to mic, and you're repetitive. In other words, make sure that you're in the right place on that mic, and try to be very consistent about the way you operate that mic. Roger?
Consistent about the way you operate that mic. Roger?
Roger, roger. Okay, this is 6 clicks on.
Alrighty, and so what I want you to do now is give me about 15 seconds and tell me about your antenna system, and let me look around and see if I can get you on my local antenna.
Let me look around and see if I can get you on my local antenna.
Roger, roger. Meters, band dipole. Located band dipole. It's located on top of my tower. It sits off a yard arm at about 40 feet. QSL?
Yes, sir. Now, let's go to the base end, down to the bottom. And you are at 200 cycles. Is that the bottom side of your EQ?
200 cycles is at the bottom side of your EQ?
I have 63, 125, 250, and 500. Roger.
All right. Do 250 plus 2 clicks boost. 250 plus 2. Roger, roger.
250 plus 2. Roger, roger.
Oh, Roger, Roger. This is 250, 2 clicks up. Roger, Roger.
Yes, sir. Now, I guess you can't do a shape. Since you can't select your frequency, I'm assuming you can't give me a width on that, Roger?
See, I'm assuming you can't give me a width on that, Roger?
Not that I know how to do, Roger.
Yes, sir. All right. Just for kicks, do one more click boost at that 250 cycles. That will be +1 at 250 cycles, Roger?
+1 at 250 cycles, Roger?
Oh, Roger, Roger. So that brings us to a total of 3 clicks on 250. Back to you.
Yes, sir. But that it was. What is the current actual reading? Is it +1 or +3?
What is the current actual reading? Is it +1 or +3?
I am at +3 right now.
Ah, I see. Okay. Why don't you give me about 10 seconds and tell me about the thing you like best about your radio?
Give me about 10 seconds and tell me about the thing you like best about your radio.
Oh boy, where do you start on a Flex? I mean, my goodness, it's so versatile on what you can do with it. I love the integration with the logging programs. I love the fact that you can switch frequencies real quick from your logging program to wherever you want to go. The radio itself, it's a pleasure to work. Back to you.
Roger, Roger. Now, your power amp, what kind of power amp are you running there?
Roger, Roger. Now, your power amp, what kind of power amp are you running there?
I'm running an ACOM 2000 Alpha, doing about 1,200 watts right now.
Roger. It seems like it's maybe, I don't know, it's something in the bottom end, not bottom frequency-wise, but lower level, that it tends to just jump at a certain point. In other words, when you're decaying your tonality, it reaches a certain point and then it just dives. It's just almost like an RF gate. I don't know how to express it, but it's just it just sounds a little strange right down there at the low levels, Roger.
It's a little strange right down there at the low levels, Roger.
Oh, Roger, Roger. I can. I'm sure you'll be able to hear me barefoot today. Yeah, I got a perfect copy on you. So I'll go barefoot and just bump it up to 100 watts. Would that be advisable at this point?
Let's try and see where it goes.
Let's try and see where it goes.
Okay, amplifier is now off, running 100 watts, and back to you.
Yes, sir. That sounds just normal, you know. So it's something in the amp that at low amplitudes, it tends to be cutting off, and it maybe about like -20 or something very low. It just tends to want to dive, and you know, and it's just a very small thing, and I'm, you know, but it's just I just detected that, Roger.
I just detected that, Roger.
Oh, Roger, Roger. I'm not too sure what that would actually sound like, but I believe you.
Roger, you could probably, let's see here. Well, I think you're sounding good. I don't want you to mess up your sound, but as you were looking at your watt meter, if you were just make a note of where that mic gain is, and because I want you to come back to that mic gain exactly where it is, but on another frequency, another time, whatever, I want you to key, and I want you to bring your mic gain up slowly and look at your output, and it looks like there's a certain point at like -20, -15, somewhere like that. It'll start, you know, it'll pop up harder. So, and you could probably tell better by fading out. So say you have your mic gain up and you're getting a lot of noise, and you can see a lot of wattage on your watt meter, and you start turning your mic down, and then right there at the end, down towards a -15, it looks like it just it drops. But it's a very small thing, Roger.
It looks like it just drops, but it's a very small thing, Roger.
Oh, Roger, Roger. Right now my mic gain is set at 50, and there is a 20 dB boost on the front end for the microphone going into the Flex. So the Flex is set for a 20 dB boost on the mic gain.
Roger. How you have it set now is just fine. I wouldn't change that. The only thing would be, we've played around a little bit more with EQ, so I would go back and check my ALC meter again for that zero mod reference with audio. Every time you do an EQ adjustment of any nature, of any length or distance or depth, you should go back to your ALC and double check your level. Roger?
You should go back to your ALC and double check your level, Roger.
Roger. Yeah, I mean, right now it looks like it just goes from, I guess, the audio. On the audio right there, it goes to about -10. Roger.
Yes, sir. And what is zero the correct level for your 100% level?
Is zero the correct level for your 100% level?
Yeah, actually it just shows level, and there's a halfway point. So you have -30, you have a halfway point, and -10.
Roger. Well, it sounds like you're about 3 dB dynamic range, and that's what we're doing with that ALC, is setting your dynamic range. And we found that 3 is a nice compromise. You can get fatter, but what happens is when you pass 3 dB, you go to 2 dB or 1 dB, the words start to bend, and so they really do you a disservice. So what we do is try to get a 3 dB dynamic range, which the words are just crystal clear but loud. Roger?
A 3 dB dynamic range, which the words are just crystal clear but loud. Roger?
Roger. Yeah, it looks like it's looks like it's working fine, and it looks, I guess it's maybe a little bit on the light side. I don't know. I don't know how it actually sounds to you, but if you say it sounds good, I believe you, Roger.
Yes, sir, Dean. Well, like I say, we could crank in more, but the thing is, when you have a heavy bass line, if you run into a situation of phase cancellation, so say Mother Nature bends your signal back at one point and then bends another half of it back at another point, and when they come down to the receiver at the far end, one is 180 degrees out of phase, it cancels, and it always starts canceling from the top end of the audio spectrum to the bottom. So if you have this nice balance, a lot of bottom end, a lot of top end, it sounds balanced. If Mother Nature does the phase angle cancellation, you lose that top end, and all of a sudden you're Mr. Mumbles. Roger?
Lose that top end, and all of a sudden you're Mr. Mumbles. Roger?
Got it. So right now, what you're telling me is that we're pretty much set up where it should be, correct?
Yes, sir. Now, you could, it sounded a little mid-rangey there. Like I was saying, you need to be very consistent as to your approach to that microphone. Stay very, on it. If you turn your head, you're going to lose the top end. And why don't we try maybe 2 clicks up on that 250, just out of curiosity. 2 clicks up additional from where you are on the 250 cycles base. Roger?
Additional from where you are on the 250 cycles base. Roger?
Roger. So right now we're 5 clicks total on the 250. Back to you.
Yeah, I like that. You got top end, you got bottom end. I would say we're ready to go. So if you want to hear your audio, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, that will take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 2,300 Qso-Vlog air check recordings, and I'll have it up on YouTube by noon tomorrow. Roger?
And I'll have it up on YouTube by noon tomorrow. Roger?
Oh, Roger. Well, thank you very much there, Dr. VKV. I do appreciate it. It's there's so many settings over here on this Flex. Sometimes it can get a little bit daunting. Roger?
Yes, sir. Well, just remember when you're setting up a mic that even a poor mic usually is fairly linear through the mids. So that's when we say everything from 400 cycles up to 1.6 should be flat. And then we do, the top end at 2.7K boost, and the bottom end at usually 200 cycles boost or cut, depending on where we need to go. Roger?
200 cycles, boost or cut, depending on where we need to go. Roger?
Roger, roger. Again, thank you very much. I do appreciate it, and I hope it gets you down the band.
Roger, Roger Dean, 73, sir. Have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend. Thanks for dropping by, and if you get a chance, join us next Friday. We'd love to have you. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.